Guys, welcome back to the BunnyPoo podcast. You're listening to this because either A, I forced you to listen to this, or B, your life sucks and you've made some terrible decisions. So, Bunny, what is this podcast about?
If you have been a regular listener, then you already know that it is about rabbit shit and nothing else. But if you aren't a regular listener, then let me give you what it is about. So, in this show, we read a piece of headline and we give our own interpretation of what we think about it because we do not have, this generation doesn't have the time span to read the entire news and see in depth what it is. And then we read the whole news to see what new perspective we might get.
Exactly. Basically, we react to headlines. So, Bunny, do you have a headline for me? Or should I give you the first one?
You give the first one.
Okay, so let's start it on a nice wholesome note, something light. There was apparently a bloody terrorist attack in Delhi. Listen to this. Delhi blast latest updates. Jaish ul Hind claims responsibility for attack near Israel embassy, and apparently they're very proud about it. It says that TV reporters said that central probe agencies have recovered a chat on social media wherein the terror outfit can be seen taking pride over the attack. What do you feel about this?
Okay. I mean, how do I feel about a terrorist attack?
You know what I feel about this? I think these have to be just the saddest terrorists in the world. I mean, all they did was they burst the windows of three cars. Okay, so it's literally just imagine this happening. Okay, so there's
Hey,
a
are
bunch
you
of
sure it was a terrorist attack?
either that or maybe a generic fart. No wait, who's like a generic fart guy?
You're talking about yourself.
Oh no, I walked into that shit. Okay, fine. Yeah, I don't know. Either it was a terrorist attack or maybe Adnan Sami farted really loudly. That joke doesn't work. The guy has become thin now. Don't we have like a single fat celebrity in India right now? What's going on?
I don't think
Nevertheless,
so. You don't know the about the Fit India movement. All of a sudden, overweight people have disappeared from India.
it appears so. My God. Anyway, so
So, what was
just
this
imagine.
terrorist aiming for? Like, why break three glasses of a car and use a bomb for it? If they wanted to do that, they could have just used a cricket bat or a hockey bat. And they didn't have to claim that they're terrorists. They could have just done it in any random place.
I hate. I mean, I think I can't believe that you're confused by this. Obviously, they wanted to kill people or do some other generic terrorist shit, but it's. I think it's really about incompetency. So it's like a bunch of terrorists thinking, "Hey, let's bomb some." Wait, let me do it in an Australian accent. Yo, mate, let's bomb some cars in Delhi, mate. Let's kill some Israelis. Just imagine how dumb these terrorists have to be. A, they want to attack Israel. They can't go to Israel because they can't probably afford the tickets. So they say, "Hey, what's the closest thing we can do? Let's blast an Israeli embassy." So they try to do that, and in that also they fail to kill anyone, and they end up just hurting a bunch of cars. And at the end of that as well, after failing so miserably, they still can be seen apparently taking pride in this attack because they're like, "You, at least we tried."
But by
A
that
for effort,
time,
terrorist gang. A for effort.
hey, but kind of I'm being the devil's advocate over here, and just saying that they did a bad thing, not just by they kind of ruined the reputation of the entire terrorist people, like terrorism. Like the definition of terrorism has shaken because of this entire incident. Imagine like
I swear. At
shattering
least people used
glasses
to be scared of these people, right? I mean, at least people used to think, "Oh my God, terrorists, they're bad, they're evil, and we're scared of them." Now it's like
from
terrorists, they're
shattering buildings
evil and idiots.
from shattering buildings in 9/11 to shattering car glasses.
Forward.
Wow, that's a
Terrorism, it
real
has come a long
progress,
way.
and that's the progress we really want to see. So well done, terrorists.
Well done, terrorists. Well done. The Bunny Poo podcast. We always support terrorism. Okay, then. Let's move on to the next headline. Do you have something for me?
Yes, I do have something, and this is about a very famous fashion app. It's called a Myntra. So before I go into the news, so do you know the logo of Myntra? Do you remember the logo of Myntra?
Yes, it's like an M.
It's a M, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so like you look at it, do you remember anything? Like, do you feel like it resembles something else, or it's just an M?
it resembles. Wait, let me just quickly check it out. It looks to me as a pretty pink orange. Yeah, it's just a pink orange. And what's special about this?
Okay. So the news is Myntra changes logo after police complaint says that it resembles a naked woman. And
What?
and please
A
look at
naked
the
human woman?
yes, look at the M symbol again. I mean, what lens does the police have to use to find out the resemblance? I mean, now I see it. I see the resemblance, but it doesn't, like, it's a forced resemblance to me. But do you see the resemblance? Do you see it? It's like the M's are two thighs, okay, and the
Okay.
intersection of it is the middle part and the main the sexual organ it's supposed to be. Now do you see it?
Dude, honestly, I mean, if you really
Listeners,
force
you
perspective,
really
then I guess maybe sort of. Like that's the
listeners
best
over
I can.
here, you need to Google this Myntra picture, I mean logo, because the new logo that the Myntra has published does not have this resemblance. They've changed it just because police complained that it looks like a vagina, which it didn't. It was like a forced interpretation. Like a person has to use so much thinking, because I genuinely have been using Myntra since its inception. Like literally I've been ordering Myntra, and I've been using the app at least in a week once, and never I thought in my whole wild world that dude, that looks like a sexy woman wanting to put it.
Wanting to want it?
Yeah.
Dude, I swear this is like it's I don't know. It makes no sense to me. Like it's like who came up with this? Like, does it say who was the first person who thought of
So,
this?
so Myntra, actually what really happened is, I'll read further. Myntra has logo, and an NGO filed a complaint Mumbai police cyber cell claiming that it was insulting and offensive towards women. The complaint was filed by Avasta Foundation, run by activist Nas Patel, who claimed the logo
Okay, let's
resembled a
pause there.
naked
Let's pause
woman.
there. So Nas Patel is oh my god, is that a man or a woman?
I
What is
think
this?
it's a woman, because Nas is
Yeah, only women hate women that much. So Nas Patel looks at Mitra's logo, stares at it, and comes up with like the horniest interpretation possible.
you know
Then
what.
feels offended by her own perversion till she decides to change the logo itself. So this is a woman who thinks to herself, oh my god, this thing is making me feel perverted. I'm obviously not a pervert. It has to be the entire company's fault. It can't be my fault. It's not like I have a fucked up mind. So, the world needs to change while I'm perfect. Oh my god, this is just so unbelievable. And Mitra even complied to it, changed it.
Yeah.
I know, man. I mean, if that's true, then I'm pretty sure they should also change McDonald's ka logo because they are obviously like some saggy breasts, and Nike's logo is probably like a limp dick. And while we're at it, let's also change the WWF ka logo. So, Bunny, I think I'm gonna go to the court. I'm gonna ask them to change the logo of WWF. Because it's like a panda, and the thing about pandas is that they make me feel sexually instigated. So either of two things are possible. Either I am a weirdo who finds pandas sexy and thinks that the logo is perverted just because I am a pervert, or the entire organization WWF is wrong.
So
Out of these two,
the organization is
uh,
wrong.
obviously the organization is wrong. We have to file a case. Goes without saying. So
Definitely.
can we
Today
move to
we
the
have to
yeah?
start a petition against them. That's in our do to
You know
list.
what? let's do it. Let's actually do it. We'll attach the petition in the description of this podcast. Guys, write to us on the BunnyPooPod at gmail.com. That's BUNNYPOOPOD at gmail.com, so that we can together stop the WWF ka stupid whatever that sexy panda logo is.
So do write to us, guys. We've been waiting for your emails. Yes, guys, we haven't received anyone yet. We hope that we have at least one listener. So if you're that listener, do write to us. You will be the first one to write to us.
So, Bunny, I've got some new news.
Okay.
And this is the first. We have an update to what we just covered right now.
Hmm.
Check this out. It says evil attack on embassy, not surprising. We were on higher alert, says Israeli envoy. So basically, Israel's ambassador,
Yeah.
Ron Malka, says that Friday's blast outside Israeli embassy in Delhi wasn't surprising, as the alert level had been increased for the past few weeks following intelligence inputs. Calling it an evil attack, Malka said these attacks by those seeking destabilization in West Asia region cannot stop or scare us. Our peace efforts will continue uninterrupted. So that's what the ambassador from Israel said. What do you feel about this?
Oh my god, doesn't give me orgasm, I must say, but I don't really feel much about it. That's a very weird question, and after talking so much about, how logos are sexualizing us, man.
Dude,
Right now,
like
it's the
my point
political
is,
system doing that.
yeah, but like, see, I mean, what peace efforts? Like, is it like Israel continuously bombing and shooting people from Palestine?
Yeah, they've been
You
doing
don't.
it for ages. That's become their part of their culture, dude. That's not bombing. It's part of culture, like how it's Diwali for Indians.
Oh my God. Let me make an exception and say that the Bunny Poo Pod does not support the shooting or bombing of Palestinians, man. Like they are, it's like kicking a puppy with three legs, you know. I mean, Palestine, they're already suffering from all sorts of poverty and disease or whatever. I mean, help them, help those guys out, man. Someone has to help them out. Oh, what's going on? Come on, Israel. Don't pretend to be
Definitely.
peacekeeping. Yeah. So, on that note, should we wind up today's episode?
Today's episode seems to be quite short, but tune in for the next episode, which is going to be more longer and it will have more content.
Yeah. So, before we leave out, let me just give a quick shout out to Rebel Leon. He's the DJ who does the music, the intro and the outro music for this podcast. Like, massive
Guys,
shout out
check
to
him
this guy.
out. He is really good, very talented.
Yeah, but I'm not sure where you can check him out at the moment. But still,
We'll find that out.
Rebel
We'll find that
Leon,
out.
Rebel Leon. Yeah, yeah. If he makes a social media handle, we'll let you know. All right then. Bye bye.
Bye bye.